Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right. Bills fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer, not just for the Bills, but for the entire AFC East. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade involving one of the most talented linebackers in the league, Fred Warner from the San Francisco 49ers. Now I know what you're thinking. Warner is a cornerstone for the 49ers, a guy who's been crucial to their defense for years. But the buzz insider via Rossini suggests that the Niners might be open to moving him, and it's not just idle chatter. The team is reportedly exploring trading Warner for a first-round pick plus a second-round pick, mainly driven by cap constraints and a desire to focus on youth and rebuilding after some tough injury setbacks on their defensive line. Let's break this down. The 49ers, sitting at 9-6 in the 2025 season, are facing some serious salary cap issues, around $27 million, which is tight for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Warner, with his sideline-to-sideline intelligence, has been a monster this year, recording 105 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 12 pass deflections. His PFF grade is stellar at 91.5, and he's been a key player in their run defense and coverage schemes. He's also been highly effective in tackling, with an 89% tackle win rate, and he's been a playmaker with a negative EPA per target of -0.19, meaning he's significantly impacting the game in a positive way. His career stats include around 850 tackles, 15 interceptions, and an average PFF grade of 90.2. But he's also coming off an injury, shoulder surgery in Week 5 of 2025 that kept him out for a game, which could be a concern for teams looking to acquire him long-term. Now, the Bills are paying close attention. With the team currently sitting at 11-4 and in the thick of the playoff chase, adding a player like Warner could be a huge boost for their defense. Buffalo's linebackers have been solid this season, but injuries and consistency have been challenges. Tremaine Edmunds has been a reliable presence, but with Milano missing 5 weeks due to a knee injury, the depth at linebacker has been tested. Warner's addition would inject a high-caliber player who excels in both coverage and run defense, which is vital in today's NFL where tight ends and running backs are increasingly involved in the passing game. Imagine Warner lining up next to Tremaine Edmunds, orchestrating the defense with his football IQ, making quick reads and shutting down key plays. His ability to cover in space, combined with his tackling prowess, would elevate the Bills' defense into a top 5 unit, a true game changer. Plus, his knack for creating turnovers, averaging about 1-3 takeaways per game, would give Buffalo's offense even more chances to score. That's a recipe for success, especially when you consider how much the Bills have been leaning on their defense to keep them in games this season. On the offensive side, the Bills would benefit from a more balanced game plan. Buffalo's offense has been explosive, led by Josh Allen, but having a defense that can generate turnovers and stop opponents in crucial moments takes pressure off the offense. Warner's presence would allow Leslie Frazier to dial up more aggressive schemes, knowing that the middle of the field is locked down by a linebacker of Warner's caliber. It's not just about stopping the run or covering tight ends. It's about controlling the game's tempo and putting the opposing offense on their heels. Now let's talk about the bigger picture here. The trade scenario echoes what happened in 2022 when the Rams acquired Bobby Wagner from the Seahawks, and it paid huge dividends for their defense, adding over 130 tackles that season. A similar move for the Bills could elevate their linebacker core, which has been solid but not at the elite level needed to push through deep playoff runs. Warner's addition would be a statement, a clear signal that the Bills are all in on contending now and building a defense that can match the best in the league. The stakes are high, and the timing couldn't be better. With the playoffs approaching, every game counts, and the Bills know that having a linebacker who can change the game's flow is a rare opportunity. The AFC East is fiercely competitive, with the Dolphins and Jets also making moves to strengthen their rosters. But Buffalo has a chance to leap ahead by making a bold move, if the price is right. And let's be real, giving up a first and second round pick for Warner might seem steep, but the impact on the field could be worth much more. And speaking of impact, the odds for the Bills to win the Super Bowl have been improving, going from plus 500 to plus 250 in some betting markets. A player like Warner could be the X factor that tips the scales in Buffalo's favor, especially in the playoffs where every play, every tackle, and every turnover counts. His leadership and experience, combined with his knack for making game-changing plays, could be the difference maker when it matters most. But it's not just about Warner. This move signals a shift in the Bills' approach. The front office is clearly looking to build a defense that can dominate in the postseason, not just in the regular season. With the team's current salary cap situation, they're going to have to be smart in the offseason. But acquiring a player of Warner's caliber now sends a message that the Bills are serious about contending for another Super Bowl. It's about stacking the deck, adding those key pieces that can help them finally get over the hump and bring another trophy home. Of course, there are skeptics. 49ers fans and some analysts doubt whether they'll actually move Warner. After all, he's been a central figure in their defense and a leader on and off the field. But the NFL is a business, and cap space and team direction can change everything. If the 49ers decide that shedding Warner for picks is the best way to rebuild their roster or clear cap space, the Bills should be ready to pounce. The opportunity to add a linebacker of Warner's talent doesn't come around often, and Buffalo needs to be prepared to capitalize if the deal makes sense. Looking ahead, what does this mean for the Bills' future? Well, if they land Warner, it could solidify their defense for the next few seasons. His leadership, combined with the young talent already on the roster, would create a formidable unit capable of shutting down high-powered offenses. Plus, Buffalo's defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier, would have an absolute playmaker to scheme around, making the Bills even more dangerous come playoff time. And let's not forget, the Bills' offensive side is firing on all cylinders. Josh Allen is having another MVP-caliber season, and Stephon Diggs continues to be one of the best receivers in the league. The key now is to complement that with a defense that can create more turnovers and keep opponents scoring in check. Warner's addition could be the missing piece, elevating the entire team and giving Buffalo a real shot at finally getting back to the Super Bowl. As we move closer to the trade deadline and the offseason, all eyes will be on the Bills' front office. Will they pull the trigger? Will they make a move that will define their season? They've shown in the past that they're not afraid to make bold decisions, and this could be one of the boldest yet. If they do pull it off, it might just be the move that propels them into serious Super Bowl contention, finally giving Bills fans the championship they've been waiting for. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Warner is the right fit for the Bills? How do you see this affecting their playoff chances? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills organization. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep the passion alive and keep pushing for that Super Bowl title. Go Bills!